Good morning, guys. So today, as you can tell, I am out of the classroom. So today's warm up is: if you had to make up a story about where I actually am to somebody, what would that story be? It can be fictional. Get creative with this one. Just make sure we're keeping it classroom appropriate. Otherwise, I can't give you credit for it. And we have talked about how much these warm ups do kind of count towards your grade. So be funny, be creative, but just make sure it's appropriate. So once you finish up your warm up, we will take a look at the formatting of a report. All right, now we just wrote a letter to Principal Laborde, and that is a little bit different than a report. So don't get these two mixed up. We'll talk about letters in the next few weeks here. But when we're looking at the report, how to format a report, as you can see on the screen, our top margin on our first page is going to be 2 inches. All right, side margins are going to be 1, and the spacing in our body, all right, in the text there is going to be double space. That's what DS stands for. Now the QS under report formatting stands for quad space. So after we type in report formatting, as you can see in all bold and all caps, we hit enter 4 times, which leaves us 3 blank lines. All right. So, like I said, it's double spaced. The body is. We indent our paragraphs, and our headings for our paragraphs are not indented, but they are bolded. So if we take a look down at the last paragraph there, it talks about headings and subheadings. It says main heading is centered, all right, in all caps and is bold over the body. Side headings, which you can see standard margins, page numberings, long quotes, enumerated or bulleted items, headings and subheadings, those are the side headings. They begin at the heading of the left margin. Okay, so they're all in the left margin. Capitalize the first letter of the first word of all other main words in each heading. Okay, so if we take a look at just right above where I'm reading, it says headings and subheadings. Headings is a main word, and is not a main word, so it is not capitalized. All right, and you can see above that one, it says enumerated or bulleted items. The or is not a main item. Okay, so we do not capitalize those. Once again, we bold those headings. And then below here, where we have our paragraph headings, I'm not exactly sure how often you're going to be using paragraph headings, especially in the assignment I'll have you doing today. But they could pop up, so just remember that if we do have a paragraph heading, we need to indent it 0.5 inches, which is just simply hitting the tab button, capitalize the first letter of the first word only, and make sure we underline that and follow it with a period. All right. So today's assignment, when we get finished, should look somewhat like this. Okay, as you can see, you don't put your name anywhere. We're not dating it. We're not writing it to or from. It's just the title, quad space, and then we begin with our paragraph, excuse me, our side headings, and with our body content. All right. The assignment we're doing today, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Hickson. All right, she works at a different school, and she made this little recording for you guys as for her eAchieve class. But I like the assignment, so I'm going to show you guys this video here right now. And I'm just going to play this, and I might, break it up ever so often to explain some parts.
Report formatting, as you can see, we're going to be doing a 2-inch top margin, 1-inch side margin with the information on our headings. You see you're all capped with bold for your title and single spaced with a tab in the beginning of each paragraph. Now, where you're going to be getting the content is in this particular assignment, you're going to get an opportunity to review a movie you have already seen. You're going to be using a couple of different websites. The main one you're going to be using is something called Plugged In. You have the link in the Blackboard, and in this particular one I'm choosing Big Miracle. In the assignment, you're going to be just keying in one paragraph from certain areas of the review. You can use whatever review you like on this website. It has the same basically inventory of what things are like in a movie. My only requirement is that you have had to have seen the movie or the video in order to produce this assignment. There are older videos and older movies, so it doesn't have to be a brand new movie. The main thing is you're using Plugged In as your primary source. According to your instructions, you're going to be keying one paragraph from the positive elements area. Any of the paragraphs are fine. The main thing is you're using proper technique, as well as keying in information word for word of one paragraph. You're also choosing from the other negative elements area, one paragraph. In this particular case, there's only one paragraph. And you're going to be keying in one paragraph from the conclusion. Once you have completed that portion of the assignment, it's important for you to look out there and see what other critics are saying about this particular movie that you've...
All right, just to intervene here. Where it says positive elements, negative elements, and conclusion, those are going to be some of your side headings where you're going to have to bold those, all right? So we're going to have a side heading. We're going to re-key that information, okay? Please, guys, please, guys, please, guys. I wish I was here to see you guys re-key this stuff in, but this is a trust thing, all right, guys? I am trusting you to do this. If the substitute or someone else sees you just copying and pasting, and I hear about this, I'm just going to simply give you a 0. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? Thank you.
Chosen. So you're going to want to go out onto the internet and find an actual movie review of the same movie. In this particular case, I've gone ahead and there's some websites out there like Rotten Tomatoes where you can find critics, or you can just Google it. In this particular case, I'm choosing National Public Radio's Ella Taylor, the reviewer, who's going to review the exact same thing. And in the instructions, all you're concerned about is what kind of overlooking what the other person said and writing down basically a paragraph heading explaining what their viewpoint was. Now, this is not a summary of the movie. This is what that particular critic thought about it.
All right, so she said paragraph heading. She meant side heading. And basically what she meant there to summarize is, you know, you're gonna kind of read this how they felt about the movie. You're not summarizing movie. You're summarizing how that critic, felt about it.
In this particular movie review, this particular critic kind of went on a little bit more about information, about history, information about the politics of the time of the movie. So she's looking at it more from a viewpoint that way, not necessarily the story itself. You're just going to write a quick paragraph about what that critic says, just a little bit about how they feel about the movie, and that's the other portion of your assignment. The last part of the assignment is your reaction. What was your reaction? You've now read 2 reviews, one from Plugged In Line, one from another critic. How was your reaction about it? You want to go ahead and just compare and contrast. How was Plugged In Line talking about the movie? Did you agree with it? How was the top critic talking about the movie? How did you feel about that? What was your reaction to the video? So you're wanting to go ahead and include about a small paragraph kind of comparing and contrasting those particular areas. With that completed and properly formatting that letter, that is part 1 of your submission for this assignment. The other part of your assignment is to create a works cited for the 2 websites that you use for this. You're going to use the Plugged In Line as well as the other movie review did. And on a previous screencast, we've walked through.
All right, she goes on to talk about how she does it in eAchieve. What I would like you guys to do, excuse me, is to copy the links that you use, the web addresses, and we're going to use EasyBib, all right? And we're just going to use EasyBib to simply create a works cited page in MLA describing, where you got your information from, all right? And that's the second piece that I'll be looking for at the end of your report, all right? Let's see here. Anything that I need to cover? We're going to make sure that we do this assignment in Word, all right? Just like we wrote our letters in Word, and then make sure you dump that into your Google Drive when you're finished. Let's see here. What else do I have for you guys? I really think that that's probably it. All right, so you're going to go out and find a movie that you've seen. It could have been, a few years ago. It could have been very recently. Look it up on Plugged In, okay? And then look up One More Critics Review, give their review, and then also give your review on the movie. And just a quick conclusion there. And what I'm going to try to do quickly is just write up a little assignment sheet. She had one already made. I could not find hers, so I'll try to recopy that, and I'll have that linked within Blackboard here. I'll also have this her movie linked in, as well as this little screencast that I did for you guys. So all this information should be ready and available for you. Please guys, I just ask you, this is keyboarding class. Please make sure we're keyboarding. We key in our information. One thing that you can do on the computers at school is you can take the little mouse and like click this thing and drag it to the right. Okay, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to have half the screen be maybe your website and then the other half of your screen possibly be Word. I think that'd be the easiest way to do this. Yeah, so I would highly suggest doing that, otherwise it's going to get annoying. And I don't want you guys printing out 100 pages. So, I hope this makes sense. I hope we have this figured out. But yes, as you can see here, this is a report format. We want it to look somewhat like this when we're finished. Okay? Have a great day, guys. And have a great spring break if I don't see you on Friday. Yeah, stay safe and have fun. Tell me some cool stories when we get back, alright? See you later, guys, and behave. Alright, peace.